Welcome to Keeping Up with Our Community, a podcast for and about Romeo Community Schools. Each week, we will invite different guests to share insights about some unique aspects of our schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com. Hello, my name is Marianne Brush, Communications and Marketing Supervisor for Romeo Community Schools, and this is episode 46 of the Keeping Up with Our Community Schools podcast. We have some very special guests joining us today from Indian Hills Elementary School to tell our listeners about something called dog dens. Fourth graders Avi Dang and Eliana Kalinowski and fifth grader Cora Farrington are representatives of the Dog Den Student Action Team. Dog dens have been around for a while, but the Student Action Team is new this year. Their advisors, fourth grade teacher Jamie Forbes and second grade teacher Megan Sanger, are here to give us a little background about dog dens and some additional context about what it means for Indian Hills to be a Leader in Me school. So let's begin with our two teachers. Do you mind introducing yourselves and then telling us a little bit about the focus on leadership and student voice that these students have as part of a Leader in Me school and as part of the Dog Den Student Action Team?
I'm Jamie Forbes, and I teach fourth grade. One of the things that being a Leader in Me school is focusing on student-led activities. In the past, we've always had dog dens be teacher-led. This time, we chose to have it be student-led, where they come up with the activities, the icebreaker, and then help us prepare for everything for that day.
And I'm Megan Sanger at Indian Hills teaching second grade. Dog Dens is a really unique opportunity. It allows students from or young fives all the way up to fifth grade to get together once a month, and they get to collaborate and work together with a teacher that is not their classroom teacher. It's really a fun and unique experience for the students. They get to know students across different grade levels and make new friends.
And the dog dens, they stay with that dog dens through their entire elementary career. So it's nice. The kindergarten student will be with that group of kids all the way through fifth grade. So when they become that fifth grade leader in the dog den, they then become helpers of the new kindergarten students. So it really is a great group where they really get to know each other and see each other in the school and outside of school.
And having the students actually be part of planning the activities. Have you noticed a difference this year?
Definitely. The students, I think, are much more engaged. The teachers are realizing, wow, watching them work together, it's so inspiring. Normally, they tend to be really quiet and reserved, but this allows them to really get to know each other and work together.
We found a lot of the activities that the students have planned are a lot more engaging than what us teachers would. When we would plan last year, it was a lot of cookie cutter teacher lesson plans where we would do a lesson and we'd do a craft or an activity where it would force them to kind of communicate. And sometimes those interactions were a little awkward because in the teacher mind, it's so easy for us adults to do it. But now when the students are planning it, they know what works well with kids their age, and they know what can get kids excited about working together and meeting new people. So it seems like it's been really engaging since the students have helped plan the activities.
And we'll hear in a bit some examples from them specifically of what they worked on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And how does this support the the Leader in Me concept in the school?
They truly are the leaders of this group. We just kind of sit back and let them go. Sometimes we might be like, okay, let's think about this from a kindergarten perspective. But they really are the leaders because they're doing it all and putting it together.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add before we turn it over to the students?
No, I think we picked 3 representatives that are going to do a great job explaining the team and how our team works. We meet every Tuesday morning. So today we're recording on a Tuesday. We actually had a meeting this morning. So they were working for our next dog den this Friday, and they are very excited to share.
Any particular reasons you chose these 3?
They are very strong leaders. They know what they want. They get things done. We had our last dog dens was very labor intensive, which they realized. And they said, we'll stay in for recess. We'll get it done. And they just kind of spearheaded that. And then others would join in and they got everything all together. So they're excellent examples of what a leader would be.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Forbes and Ms. Sanger. Now let's meet our students. Girls, let's go around the table and have you each introduce yourself and maybe tell our listeners a little bit about why you decided to join the Dog Den Student Leadership Team. Let's start with you, Eliana.
My name's Eliana Kalinowski. I'm in 4th grade. And I decided to join the team because it was a new team. And I was very excited to meet new people and create new friends. And I think it was just a really new idea, and I really wanted to be a part of it because I really like dog dens personally.
Okay. Awesome. Cora?
All right, my name is Cora Farrington. I'm a 5th grader. I chose to be on the Dog Dens team because I really like helping the kids around our school, and I really enjoy dog dens as much as a lot of kids do.
So you both experienced dog dens. You knew what it was
Right.
all about.
Yeah.
So you knew what you were
Yes.
getting into when you got
Yeah.
into this. Okay, Avi, what about you?
So my name is Amy Dang, and I signed up for dog dens because I love dog dens myself, and I really wanted to help with the activities and just help out because I'm like one of the oldest grades, and I wanted to do something.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank you. So we heard a little bit from your advisors
Mhm.
about what a dog den is, but let's hear
Yes.
from your perspective. Like, what is a dog den? Just chime in.
Yeah. So a dog den is So what we do, we have a dog den once a month on Fridays. So what we do is we go to different classrooms around the school, and there's all sorts of kids in it, kindergarten through 5th graders,
Mhm.
and
You do activities. and-
so we do activities, and a lot of the activities are working with your teammates. We have a monthly focus every month. This month's focus is respect. So we're going to be doing some activities that respect our teammates.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let's talk about that. You had your 1st meeting, your meeting about the respect.
Yes, we had
Dog
it today.
den.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So that's a good place to start. We'll go back because I know you had a really interesting theme for December that I want to hear about too. But what is what does respect mean? Like, tell me. Do you want to start? Amy? Like, what do you when you think of respect? What does that mean?
So it kind of means like you're working with each other, but you also have to respect others' ideas. Like today, for this month, the challenges that we're doing is a marshmallow structure challenge, and you can only touch your own color, and you only get 4 marshmallows each.
So they're different colored marshmallows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You want to expand on that? a
Yeah,
little,
we
Eliana?
prepared it today. The colors are
Pink
pink, orange, green,
and
And
yellow,
yellow.
and white
Mhm. And we have toothpicks, and we have to build a creation. And the whole point of the respect thing is you have to respect others' ideas and what they came up with for their.
Oh, I like that. And then you have a warm-up activity?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is telephone.
Telephone.
Okay, so I think most of our listeners know what the old-fashioned game of telephone
Yeah.
is, but just somebody could explain a little bit how you do
All
it.
right. So telephone, basically, there's one person who thinks up a word in their mind, and you have to whisper it to the next person in their ear, and there's a big line of kids. So once it gets to the end of the line, they say what they think it is, but you're really not. And then they become the person who says the word. So
So the idea is, right, that the word kind of changes as it goes from one
right,
person
Yeah.
to the other,
So the goal is really trying to get it right. Yeah.
which means
Yes.
you have to listen, active listening.
and respect
And
what
respect.
the
Respect
person
what the
said.
person said.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of making it your own thing, like I'm going to change the word and make it my word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
why do you think that's a good warm up? Because I mean, it sounds like it could get a little silly,
Yes, okay.
but that's good because people might be a little nervous at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good warm up because you can. Well, we're just gonna introduce respect
Yeah.
in our first activity. So that's gonna be our first activity, and we're gonna explain to the kids that you have to try not to change it up. Try and respect
Yeah.
what the person said.
Okay. And then same with the marshmallow activity, you need to respect
Yeah.
Right.
which people's
Yes.
colors
Mhm.
are and make them feel included
Yeah.
as
Yes.
part of the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you're meeting with the student action team, and there's how many students are there
So
about?
there's
About 10.
about 10 students,
And there's
and there's like
2 lead teachers,
yeah.
but in total we have 5 teachers
Yeah.
Okay.
that are.
And then that of those 10, they're from 3rd to 5th grade. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to, when you're having these planning meetings and everything, you have to respect people's opinions then,
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
listen.
Mhm.
How's that going so far? Do you feel-
It's really been going
Yeah.
good. I think. Yeah.
what do you think?
So
Thank you.
I think it's going like really, really good because we all like respect each other. Like one time we were just like roaming around the school and like if you forget someone, they would always have like a buddy because there's 10 people in the group.
Yeah, we go with people
Okay.
if
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If we forgot something. If we forgot like someone or something, like someone with a buddy would have to go and get it.
So it's a lot to
Yes.
think about. And then I understand at the end of like from your past dog den, you have to clean up and get right.
We have
that shows
to-
respect
So
in
we
the
have to-
classroom.
We have to empty. So we have dog den buckets for
Mm-hmm.
each classroom. In a bucket, there's like crayons, pencils, glue sticks, sticky
and whatever
notes,
the idea.
and whatever the thing is.
Yes.
At the end of the dog den, they put it all back in, and then the next month
We gotta
meet.
clean it out.
We clean
And
the
put the
old
new
stuff
thing
from
in.
the old month.
It's a lot of
Out.
organization. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Think of. You kind of
Right.
find out what it's like to be a teacher, right? Because you have to
Yeah.
have all the supplies. You have
Yeah.
to make sure you're equipped. Everybody has what
Right.
they need
Yeah.
to do, whatever the particular
Yeah.
Mhm.
assignment is. That's a lot of responsibility.
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
also really hard to keep like a secret from our classmates because you know like you can't tell people what the activity is otherwise
It's
it's
supposed to
gonna
be
It's
a
gonna
surprise.
spoil it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
So
spoil
are
it.
people respecting the secret?
Yeah.
Surprise?
Yes.
Kind of.
be yeah
Yeah, we
Kind
don't.
of.
But
We're
some
not
people-
supposed to tell anyone.
yeah
Okay.
some
Yeah.
people get like really suspicious
And they
like
say, "What are you doing?
yeah like
Why are you late in the morning?"
Oh.
like what
Say can't tell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't
we're-
tell you, sorry.
You'll find out at dog dens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like-
Well, hopefully they don't listen to this podcast because
Yeah.
when is Dog Dens? You know.
Friday.
Yeah,
Oh, this
Friday actually. This
Okay.
Friday, yeah.
yeah
All right. Well, parents might find out. So
yeah
Yeah.
They'll
We
keep
tell
the
our
secret.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can keep this.
yeah
secret.
because
Well, we have to hide it from our younger siblings
Yeah.
that are in the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember one time we had to use like gym balls, and there was one in each bin.
We had
and
to go all the way back to the gym to get them, and
Yeah.
all the way back, and it was like
Yep.
a lot
it's-
of people were getting so suspicious.
it's like 40 of them though. We have
Yeah,
to
there
carry
was,
like
like,
40.
Gym balls. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
and they're
to
big,
do.
like
They're big old foam
yeah,
balls.
the
Yeah.
foam balls.
And it's how, to keeping all the balls
Yes.
in the air, like you know how
You gotta like
yeah.
They're big old
Yeah.
stack of them.
Yeah.
Juggling a lot.
At least we found like a box that could hold at least
Yeah,
like, 4 to 5
we
balls
figure out a way
least.
to
You
do
figure
it.
out a way.
Yeah.
That's problem.
We took like
solving.
20 trips.
Yeah, it did though.
We did.
So last month, December, tell us. So the theme. Somebody want to say what the theme? of
So-
December?
Synergize.
Synergize, which is one of our 7 habits.
Okay, so that's a big word.
It is.
Who wants to define that word? Like, what does that mean to synergize? Go ahead. Eve.
So synergizing is like you're working together, and it's kind of the opposite from respecting because you have to respect each other's ideas.
Yeah.
instead of just like working together.
But
To make
yeah.
sure your ideas work together, like kind of come together.
Yeah, you have to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Synergize. All right. So, what was your activity? What,
So our icebreaker last month is we had a
Ball.
gym ball.
Yeah, the gym ball.
We put it between our elbows. We had to put it.
Yes. We
pass
could not
it.
use our hands.
We couldn't touch it with our hands.
Yes,
And
and
we
then-
had to elbow pass it around, and
Yeah. And then we had a challenge to do with our
Where?
eyes closed.
With our eyes closed.
If we had time.
okay.
And I don't think you couldn't talk.
What was the
You
challenge?
couldn't communicate.
You couldn't
Okay.
communicate and you couldn't see. Right.
Yeah.
So that was like the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
at the start, you would have to bend down. If you, let's say, like me next to like a kindergartner.
Yeah.
You would have to get on your knees.
Yeah, I have to
and it's
bend
harder
down
because
before.
it's different heights.
Yeah, I would have
so.
to bend down beforehand because you can open your eyes.
Is this still the
Like when
warm up
it's
or is this the
This
activity?
This is the warm
Oh,
up.
okay, this
The-
is the, okay.
The activity.
The
it
activity.
took so long to prepare.
So
Yeah.
it was
Actually.
it was quite difficult to prepare, but it
Yeah.
was really fun to make.
Yeah. So
So what we had to do, we took a rubber band
And
and we tied
double tied
strings on
5 strings.
Okay.
onto
and then
it,
so
like
we had
yarn
cups.
pieces.
So you had to make a cup tower.
Mhm.
You couldn't touch anybody else's string.
Yeah.
You had to open up the rubber band and put it on the cup,
Yeah.
and then lift it to make a cup tower.
Very cool. Like that's the drawback of a
Yeah.
podcast is you
Yeah.
can't,
Right.
like we can't show visuals
Right.
to show like what this looks like. Because I know
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
teachers gave you a few pictures, but
And it was
you
also,
did a
Right.
good job, Cora, of describing that.
Yeah.
And also,
It was like groups of 4 or
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard, and because you can't just take control of the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Like you
Right.
can't just because also you don't have 5 arms, so
Yeah.
like you can't
yeah, you don't have 5 arms.
you can't do that.
That's
Yeah.
the synergy.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think Miss Forbes said it was like we had to stay in. For
Yeah, we stayed in
recess.
for recess.
We
a lot
stayed
of
in
times.
for recess for a whole week to finish
whole-
that
yeah,
activity.
to finish it.
it.
Mhm.
Taking on a lot here, girls.
Yes.
And we also have 2 recesses, so we all stayed in for
Yeah.
both recesses.
Wow.
hmm
Has this been worth it?
Yes, it's really worth
so
it.
worth it.
Everyone loved it. Like I was talking to a first grader,
All the
and
everybody
he was
loved
like,
it. They were having so much fun.
And-
So you're getting good
and-
feedback.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was like,
Very
"Can we
good
do this again?"
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
It was,
wow.
yeah, I really.
That must make
Yeah.
you feel good.
A lot of people really liked it.
So a lot of things we do, we save the supplies for it in
Yes.
case.
yeah.
So let's say we're gonna get feedback from another class.
At the end of the year,
Yeah,
we could like use it for something.
yeah, if they wanted, they could
Mhm.
use it for their dog den if they wanted, if they really enjoyed one certain
Yeah.
That's a
activity.
good idea.
Yes, we could
Yeah.
reuse it.
Repeat some of the
Mhm.
what the
So we
favorite.
could
Yeah.
reuse it.
Like let's
Yeah.
say someone's like, maybe someone's having like an end of the school year party.
Yeah, even like a
yeah, and they
party.
wanted to use it for a game to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
fun though.
Yes.
Yeah.
very
And
fun.
everybody really likes it. And even if you knock the cup over, you still even got to try to pick it up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
So-
actually, it kind of ties in with respect because you would have to be like respect.
not like yelling at the
other.
other person
You
if they
can't-
mess up.
Yeah.
You couldn't touch other people's yarn or you couldn't touch a rubber band.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
wow.
So you can't touch
You-
anybody
you can
else's
only
thing.
touch it-
You
Yeah.
can only
yourself.
touch yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds like you really
Yeah.
yeah. So what is your favorite thing about being on the dog den?
My favorite thing about being on the dog dance team is you get to make so many new friends with different grades and kids. And you get to help plan what we're going to do at the monthly dog den, which is one of my favorite parts of being on the dog den team.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Because I really enjoy planning things.
Yeah,
Ah,
same.
your planner.
And it makes me feel really good when people are like, I love this activity because we
Yeah.
made it up. It just makes me
Yeah.
feel really good, like making people happy and like,
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes.
so agree.
yeah.
And also, my dog then like
Leader.
no my dog then teacher
Yeah.
she like stoned me out because she's like
Yeah.
we are one of the lucky ones that have one
That
of
had,
our
yes, my
dog-
teacher.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
They do pictures on how to do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, and the teacher's like, that is you.
So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
they had kind of they had a little bit of an edge because they knew had somebody
Yeah.
on there and their dog
Yeah.
was part of
And
it.
my dog then was like we're one of the lucky ones that have one of our dog den
members.
members.
Yeah. Well, that must make you feel special. That's
It does.
Yeah, it does.
So would you recommend this to a
I would
friend?
definitely.
I would
Anybody.
definitely,
Okay.
Anybody.
I think anybody 3rd through 5th grade would
Anybody would
enjoy
love it.
Okay. So both, yeah.
It's
you get-
very enjoyable
Yeah.
and
Like,
Like-
next year my brother is gonna be
yeah,
in 3rd grade.
our
I
brothers
would
will be in 3rd grade.
I would
My
so-
brother will be in
recommend
4th grade, so
you
I'm
all have brothers.
We all
have
brothers.
I feel bad for those brothers. No, I'm kidding. They got good sisters looking out
Yes,
for
they
them.
I have two brothers.
And also all of our brothers are like friends. They all know each other.
Yeah, they all
Yes.
know each other. So
Well, that really contributes to a sense of family, right? I mean, these are
Right.
your brothers.
Yeah.
Certainly,
Yeah.
the dog den is a sense of, because you have kids from different ages. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the student
Yeah.
action team, you also have students of different ages.
Right.
and I
Yes.
also think it's very like, I don't know how to word it, but it's like very easy, but
Yeah.
not easy, but like very fun and like
Yeah.
it's collaborative.
Okay,
to do
another big
between
word.
everybody.
Yes.
And communicative.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember last year at the start of the year when we found out our dog dens. I was like, "Oh no, what if I'm in the same dog den as like my sibling or something?"
Does that happen?
Yeah, did that end up
Yeah.
No, that didn't.
No.
But
Yeah.
but now I have two of my classmates in my dog den.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's very fun because
Yeah.
as you move up, you know more and more people who are in your dog dens
Yeah.
because you stay with the same one every single year.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get to know the
it's
kids
like-
better.
yeah,
in your
you-
dog
In
den.
a different way than you would know them, say, your classmates.
Yeah,
Right.
Actually,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know
And
all
then-
their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then-
'cause it's been
Yeah.
So if
2
you see
years
them
ago.
as an older, like you see them in upper L student,
Yeah.
you see a little,
Yeah.
you say,
Yeah.
hi.
And then and then when the fifth graders like leave to go to middle school, some like
Kindergartners,
like
replace
new kindergarten
them.
kind of replace them,
Okay.
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
like
Because everybody moves
Yeah.
up a grade. You're
Moves up.
still in the same thing, but
Yeah.
5th grade gets replaced with
Gotcha.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yes.
kindergarten or young fives.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But young fives is like
Fivers.
with like 10 people in the class.
So having had this experience of leadership in elementary school, do you want to go on and when you go to middle school to be a leader? There's
Yeah.
Yes.
lots of opportunities in
Yeah.
middle school, being student council, being in the
Yeah,
the-
anything like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
I'm expecting to get you girls back and
Right, yeah.
Yes.
talk to me. All right, so I don't want to keep you too long because I understand you have a very important place to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying out for your talent show, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just want to talk about a little bit about the 7 habits of
Yes.
Leader in Me School.
Okay.
Because I know
Yeah.
this is all tied into this and
Yes.
some of this vocabulary and the things you're learning on a daily
Yes.
basis in your classroom.
Yes.
So I'm just going to read for our listeners what the 7
Right.
habits
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first,
Yes.
think win-win, seek first to understand, then to be understood, synergize, we're familiar with that one, and sharpen the saw.
Yes.
So if each of you maybe we'll just go around one more time
Yeah.
and just want to share what your favorite habit is and why.
Okay. Who's gonna start?
Eliana,
maybe-
you wanna
Yes,
start?
I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is seek first to understand, then to be understood, because you want to know the first person's perspective before you say anything, or make them upset or do something, and you both get to like communicate with each other, and it's like you kind of get to know what their perspective is on something. So you got into an argument, you know how they're coming from, and that could probably solve the problem.
Very
Continue.
true. That so many adults, people could benefit from that because we all have a tendency to want to jump in
Yeah.
Yeah.
and say what you want to
Yes.
say and think about what you want to say
Yeah,
before
what you want to say.
without when you're not listening and the
Mhm.
benefit of listening to somebody else that's huge.
Yeah, it
Thank you.
is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What you want
So
next?
yeah, my favorite habit is think win-win, because like let's say you're fighting over like one cookie, like let's say you just break it in half and then you both get something.
Yeah.
That's it. That's so you've come up with a solution
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
where you both benefit
Yes.
versus like one of you gets the cookie and the other one's upset.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cora,
Mine
what
is
about
put first thing first because, as we mentioned earlier, when we had to do the one challenge for December where we had to do it, I really enjoyed staying inside and
Yeah.
doing it. So
Yeah.
I put
First things first.
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
staying in from recess.
To work on something that we needed to do.
Yeah.
So you took care of it and then you felt
Right.
good about
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
You can go to recess
Yeah.
the next day. You can go to
Right.
recess
Yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
Any
we
day
can't go out until we finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, obviously every day you come home from school and you might be like, okay, I can watch my favorite TV show, or I can do this.
Yeah.
I'll get my homework done
Yeah,
first.
that's
Right.
what I always do.
Those are
I
the
get
things.
I always
homework
get my
done
homework done
Yeah.
first.
before I do anything.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are great
Like,
models.
Thank you.
All right. Well, so your talent show's coming up, and you're
Yeah.
going
Yes.
to auditions right now. Just
Yes,
tell me
yes.
real quickly, Will, and
Yeah.
what you're doing for the talent show.
Me and her are dancing together.
You
We
and
have
Amy are
a
dancing?
we have a
Oh,
big
wow.
group.
We
with
have
people.
with 7
Okay.
people.
Yeah,
Seven or 8.
yeah, 7.
7.
So is it all choreographed, and you're ready to
Yes.
try out? All
Yeah.
right.
So I'm also doing a dance with my friends. There's 4 of us.
Okay.
Yes.
So dance. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've heard there's 32 people
Yeah.
auditioning.
wow.
Like
32
with groups.
with group.
Wow.
So that's a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You guys were awesome role
Thank you.
models and great
Thank you.
leaders.
Thank you.
It's so exciting to hear about what you guys are doing, and I'll come visit again and
Yes.
check out your dog dance.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So up next is a continuation of our mental health roundtable series. The topic is gratitude in the new year. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week to keep up with Romeo Community Schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's MITT.tvpodcast@gmail.com.